Do you want this haircut? This is the Jeremy Allen White haircut. And yes, I did recreate these images using a series of prompts to try to match this perfectly, but his haircut, especially in the bear, has become one of the most in-demand styles for men, not only now, but even over the last year or so. It's messy, it's cool, and it looks effortless, but getting it right actually takes more precision than you think. So let's break down exactly what this haircut is, how it's cut, what to tell your barber, and how to style it using the right products, whether you're going to a pro or trying it at home. First off, this is not your average short haircut. It's a layered haircut. It's not tapered, no clippers are used. The top is left a bit longer, I'd say around 3 to 4 inches, and it's full of movement and shape. The hair is cut in horizontal and vertical sections with some point cutting if you want to remove some bulk, or if you want to keep it natural, then you can just cut like a normal section, okay? Just no point cutting, no texturizing, just cut it very, very blunt. What makes this cut unique is the way that it allows the natural curls or waves to fall slightly forward to one side, especially in the fringe area. The sides and back are trimmed with scissors, no clippers again, keeping everything soft and connected. There's no harsh fade, no hard lines, just natural edges and an overall laid back structure. The layers are key here. If the layers are too short or they're not blended properly, you'll lose that natural kind of casual look. It has to be soft with the weight removal around the crown and the corners so the hair collapses into place, meaning that it has to be cut the way I normally cut hair by pulling it straight out from the head. That's why it's really important to find a stylist or a barber who understands how to layer hair properly, especially curly or wavy hair. Now, who does this haircut work for? It looks best on guys with a natural wave or curl, but even if your hair is straight, you can style it into the look with the right products. In terms of face shape, this cut flatters oval, square, and heart-shaped faces the most. The fringe also helps frame the face and add some texture on top to make the structure a bit softer for jaw lines. If you have super curly or coarse hair, the cut can still work, but the hair professional needs to remove more internal weight so it doesn't balloon out or get really poofy. This is where the cutting techniques and layering really comes into play. So what do you tell your barber? You say, I want a scissor cut, no clippers, keep the top around 3 to 4 inches long with a lot of texture, layer it throughout, and use point cutting to soften the shape. Don't cut it too short, just keep enough length so that it's balanced. The fringe should fall a bit forward naturally. Don't create any sort of harsh lines or, harsh partings in the hair. The key is don't cut the front too short because I want it to have a natural type of look. And then you could say, if you want to thin out the area on top or the sides, again, maybe some slide cutting, some point cutting to give it a more lived-in shape. The weight needs to be removed from underneath, not by chopping off all the length. So the layers move and they don't stick out. Again, the last thing I always say is bring in photos. You can take screenshots of this or even videos, but you have to just say, this is the haircut I'm looking for. Now, when it comes to products, this haircut thrives on texture and movement, so lightweight products are your best friend. 25 spray is going to be ideal to keep your hair nice and moisturized and healthy. And then you can use my Tidal Wave Sea Salt spray if you want to spray it on damp hair and then let it air dry to enhance the natural wave and add some volume. That would be awesome. You can also spray in 25 spray, blow dry it, and then finish with my Shadow Cream Pomade or my Crafted Matte Pomade, which is going to give it a natural, lived-in, tame look. This is especially good for somebody who gets a lot of flyaways or frizz. Just run it into your hands and apply it to your hair, and then you can just set it and forget it. If you're thinking about cutting this at home, just be very careful. This is not an easy DIY cut unless you really understand layering and how to work with texture. But if you are going to try, just simply start with clean, damp hair. You can take vertical section on the top, use point cutting to maintain 3 to 4 inches of length, work from the crown to the very, very front, scissor cut the sides, and just try to make sure you're keeping the natural contour of the head. Everything needs to be blended. Don't overcut any areas too much. Just think very, very natural. Pull the hair out from how it grows. This maintains a natural shape. At the end, you can also use your fingers or a wide tooth comb to comb through it and give it a very natural look. So whether you're seeing a professional or doing this at home, this is a haircut that's all about effortless texture, soft layering, and styling with the right touch. If you are interested in purchasing any of my products, shop.TheSalonGuy.com. You can use code YouTube20 for 20% off. If you found this video helpful, this breakdown helpful, leave a comment. These are sometimes a lot easier for me to just make these recreations and do tutorials on them and explain rather than always cutting mannequins, because sometimes my schedule doesn't allow for it. So I'm trying to pump out content for you, and let me know if you enjoy this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.